Hey guys, today I was supposed to be on Melissa Smallwood's Blog Talk Show Radio, and it's been postponed until next week. So I want to ask everybody to say a little prayer for her today. She's on the way to the doctor, and I don't have a lot of details, but just pray that she gets some answers and she starts feeling a little bit better. I love that girl. So I was supposed to talk with Melissa today in our interview about my testimony, about some things that God's done in my life, and really it revolves around marriage. It revolves around my husband and where God has brought us since our struggles, and since the 1 year that really turned our life around. So I was going to talk about that, and since I don't want to give any hints, or I don't want to ruin the show. I want to save it all for her show because she's so encouraging, and I want to talk to her about it. But it got me thinking this morning, how quickly my husband and I got to that point of marital issues. And it started off with something really, really small. And a lot of people don't think about it because they do it on a daily basis. Maybe not on a daily basis, but a monthly basis. And that's traveling. He used to travel a lot with his last job, and sometimes he was gone 3 weeks out of the month. Sometimes it was 2 weeks out of the month, but he would work late on the other weeks. It was really, really hard on me as his wife and hard on the kids. They wanted to see their daddy every day, and he longed for a connection with them and didn't have the time to do it. So now that we're living here in Texas, he doesn't have that job anymore and he doesn't travel anymore, but I do sometimes. And granted, I don't travel as much as he did. This year I've traveled twice, and I don't plan on traveling again until next year. So, but when I did make my last trip to Vegas for staycation, it was chaotic. I waited to the last minute to pack, and I was trying to get everything in, and I really missed the first few hours of the day and the day before to just love on him, show him I'm going to miss him. Instead, I was going crazy trying to get everything prepared. And I think that he did that a lot too when he was traveling. We don't think about how important those last minutes before you go on a trip is to your spouse. So, excuse my toddler over there. He's just playing with his toys. But we don't think about that. So, next time you go on a trip, and you're going to leave your spouse with the kids, or even, if they have a sitter and, your spouse is not going with you, make sure you have the time to spend with them the night before, even the morning of, instead of, going through the chaos of trying to pack. I was reading in my devotion, and, it talks a lot about communication when traveling. And just the small little things that can really relieve your spouse's anxiety. We went through a lot of marital problems with affairs, and we'll save that for Melissa's show, but you really want to show that your husband or your wife that you're on your trip doing business and you're thinking about them the whole time. So send them texts telling them you love them, showing them pictures of what you're doing, send them emails, and call a lot. Keep those communication lines open. That way, there's never going to be a mistrust issue. You're gonna show them what you're doing, and vice versa, and they're gonna communicate with you what's going on at home. I know I was going crazy trying to think, I hope my kids are having a bath. I hope they did their homework. I wonder what my husband's doing. Right about now. Well, we're having our nightly snack and snuggling in front of the TV, and just let them know that you're thinking about them. Also, one small thing we don't do in our marriage, it's not a small thing, it's a big thing, but we started doing it a few months ago, and it's just it's every blue moon. But I don't know why it's so hard for us to do it, and that's praying with each other, hand in hand, as husband and wife, praying together out loud. And the first time we did that was in Memphis, and we were going through a lot of issues, not with each other, but with really close friends that we just loved, and we didn't know where else to turn but to each other. And we just sat there. He pulled me to my knees, he got on his knees, and we just prayed together. And that's probably the most amazing and strongest thing you can do in your marriage, to keep it going. And of course, I'm no marriage professional. Everybody knows that. I've only been married 8 years, and there's so many other couples out there that have been married so much longer, and they have all the secrets to life. But if you're traveling a lot, communicate. Don't leave the packing to last minute, and show your spouse you're going to miss them. You're going to miss them, and you can't wait to get home. Before I leave, I want to share one passage with you, and that's 1 John chapter 4, verse 11. And it just says, "Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another." Thanks, guys. Until next week, we'll talk to you later.